could stay like this, forever following you.
Good morning, Yogatober Bears. Today we're going to be doing some more of the bend don't break hashtag. I would hashtag, but I've only got one hand because the other one is holding this bad boy. So today we're going to be doing some more of the back bends. Going to be a little bit more challenging than yesterday's, but not super so. I will offer some variations as well if you're super new to yoga. I don't want to scare you off. Excuse the fact that I'm a sweaty mess. I've just finished doing one of the, I can never say her name, is it Kayla Itsines, the BBG Bikini Body Guide? I've just been finishing doing that because I really want to develop some more strength, especially core strength, because I think it will help with my yoga a lot. And I've just been eating all the food, guys, basically. I'm like a bear going into hibernation. I'm like, well, it's going to be Christmas soon, as well as I eat my body weight in all of the food. So yes, that's what I've been doing this morning. I was going to film this earlier, but Mr. Binman came and it was really noisy. But it's cool. It's all good. I'm feeling pretty pumped up, as you can probably tell. Pump up! And yeah, let's start this beautiful practice. If you do feel any short, sharp pains, do come out of the posture. Just lie down in Shavasana, or we can take it into child's pose. It's up to you, really. Yeah, and if you feel any discomfort, just kind of play with that a bit. Sometimes discomfort is okay to have. We get, a bit uncomfortable in life. It's how we grow. But yeah, short, sharp pains is a bit of a no-no. Okay. All right then. So find a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes, drawing the back up nice and straight. Roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe opening up the hands if that feels good, the palms. Taking a few deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Remembering today as we explore bend, don't break, we're really looking at how we can move and be finding a little bit more space in the body and therefore also in the mind, and hopefully being able to bring that a little bit more into our day-to-day lives, having a bit of yoga off the mat, and yeah, just finding a bit of space when we get stressed or upset, or even if we're happy. Just finding a little bit more space. Breathe. Okay, so if you want to, you can set a little intention for today's practice as well. I quite like continuing with this sort of grounding into gratitude kind of theme as we're doing some of these bends. It's nice to, I guess, because we're doing a lot of back bends, it does involve kind of opening up the shoulders and also therefore opening up the heart, Anahata chakra. So it's nice to think of little things that you are grateful for, and sometimes that can just add a nice dynamic to the practice. It can also just, it can just kind of bring you back to the present moment a little bit as well. Okay. Alright then, when you're ready you can open eyes. I'm super smiley today, I feel like I slept with a coat hanger over there. I just love October. I love Yogatober. Alright, so come on to the hands and the knees. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. And knees are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. And we're just going to start with our cat-cow. So. Oh, that feels so nice after leg day. So tilting the chin up, maybe closing the eyes. Pelvis is also tilted. And then we're going to arch the back like an angry cat. Hence the name cat-cow, I know, very, what's the word? I can't remember the words, but... Never mind. I'm just going to stop talking. Creative, that was the word. As we inhale, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, creating some space, always creating space between. Because that's how I got my name for my company, guys. You know what I mean. Curling the back. Really pushing our hands into the mat as well. Getting that space between the shoulder blades. Almost like you're trying to tear them apart. Oh, I like to think that I'm like sprouting wings like an angel. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm reading a book about angels at the moment. Not real angels, just like, not real angels, just the fake ones. Alright. Anyway guys, closing the eyes. Inhale, exhale. Good. Okay, bring it to a neutral spine. Alright, so we're going to do a gate pose now, which is Parangasana. I can't remember what it is. It's a long Sanskrit name beginning with a P and ending in asana. So we're going to come on to, I've got my right foot out this time, so I'm going to bring my right foot out. Kind of got it so that my toes are pointing forward. And then I'm finding a little bit of balance, stability in the body. Where's the challenge? So if you've seen Trillium Yoga or the Space Between Yoga on Instagram, that's me and Emily. And today's posture is gate pose. So yeah, that's what I feel like incorporate that into our flow today, because why not? Everything links up, guys. I like it. Rolling the shoulders back and down. And we're going to reach up and over. And we're going to try not to curl the shoulder. Yeah, so we're trying to open up the shoulder. Remember now, bend, don't break. Staying nice and strong in the side body. Maybe bringing the chin up to the ceiling. Try not to put loads of weight on this leg, just using it for a bit of balance. Good, and then coming up. And we're going to do it on the other side. Every time you inhale, just reaching a little bit more. And then as you exhale, just finding some more space. Good, okay. We're going to come back onto the hands and knees. We're going to bring the left leg out. We're going to open to the side once more. So my feet are pointing forward. Okay, and we're going to make it into a little bit of a flow, okay? So we're sort of doing a slightly modified variation of this now, but we're just going to flow with it, so flow with it. We're going to reach forward, inhale, and then exhale. One more time. Good. And then you can come back onto your knees. I'm going to go the other way just so I'm not facing the back of you guys. This time we're going to bring the right leg out. Swivel it so it's pointing, the toes are pointing forwards. Finding a nice sense of balance. Grounding down into that gratitude. Feeling the connection with the soles of the feet. Reaching forward and then up. And we're trying to use our side body strength here and core strength, not using momentum. So try and flow with it. Maybe go a bit slower than you would like. Oh, feels nice. Okay, coming back to a neutral position. Widening the knees, big toes come to touch, head comes to the ground. Take a few breaths here. Okay, we're going to come up, we're going to curl the toes up. And we're going to come into a downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to play around a little bit with this one. So walk in the dog first of all. I'm going to tuck my top in so I don't flash you all. So just walk in the dog, gently sucking the belly button towards the back of the spine. And then come to static dog when you're ready. Closing the eyes. Okay, we're going to take a vinyasa here. So we're going to roll over into high plank. And you can either do knees, chest, chin, or you can hover straight down. It's up to you. Coming up into our Sphinx pose that we explored yesterday. Remembering to ground down with the toes. Shoulders come away from the ears. Curl the toes under and come back up. And let's do one more time. If you want to, you can start coming into cobra now, bringing the elbows to the side of the body. Still grounding down with the feet before we come back up. Good. We're going to lift our, I'm just going to creep forward a little bit on my mat. Going to lift our right leg, bend the knee and rotate it out. Gaze comes underneath the right arm. And then we're going to swing that forward and allow the left leg to come to the mat. And you're going to open up like so. If you want to bring the arms up, you can. Try to stay nice and strong. We don't want to collapse into this, okay? So stay nice and strong. Opening up the shoulders. Trying to get the knee to stack with the ankle. Good. Place the hands down. Step back. Into downward dog. And then take your version of a vinyasa. Lifting the left leg, bend, rotate, open. Bring it forwards, lower the right leg, sweep the arms up or back if you want, opening up the heart and chest. Okay, coming back down, stepping into downward facing dog. Taking your version of a vinyasa. Okay, this time I'm going to try and talk this one through. So staying in your downward facing dog, we're going to attempt a wild thing. So we're going to lift the right leg. We're going to allow that to come back as we pivot our left leg round. And then come up, maybe straightening the left. Good, and then we're going to come back. It's quite hard to do with the feet on my mat because I'm a bit slippery everywhere. And then taking your version of vinyasa. Right, so just playing a little bit of wild thing. I find wild thing quite a difficult one to explain. Again, I'm going to turn around on my mat so you guys stay in downward dog. I find wild thing a bit of a tricky one to explain, but there is a really great yoga journal post on it, so I will leave that in the link below in case you're one of those people that needs to read it to understand it a bit more. Okay, so this time we're going to lift the left leg. I'm going to swing the left leg over, straightening the right a little bit, reaching over with the left arm. Remembering to breathe. Getting out of this, I always find I'm just really ungraceful. But hey, I'm working on it, guys. Alright, taking your version of a vinyasa. Okay. When you're ready, you're going to bring your right leg and come onto the toes, balancing the strength on the arms. That wasn't the best version of that I've ever done, but it's fine. Coming onto the bum. Alright. And we're going to do some hip raises again. Around and down with the feet, tickling the heels, raising the hips. Trying to keep those knees together. And release. And up. Release. And this time we're going to raise, we're going to interlace the fingers like we did in yesterday's video. Shuffle the shoulders back. And gently release. Once more, we're going to raise, interlace the fingers, shuffle onto the shoulders. This time, if you want to, you can raise the right leg. and then plant it down. You can raise the left leg. And then plant it down. And then gently release it once more. Now, if you want to, you can join me in Chakrasana full wheel, but you don't have to, guys. And if you're really new to yoga, I would just work on doing some more of the hip raises and building some strength in. If you already have this as a practice, or if you're feeling quite strong in your arms today, oh, he says yawning, it's been a long morning, then you can join me and try this. You might want to watch first of all. I'll explain how I get into it and out of it, and then you can let me know your thoughts. We shall see. Okay, so I'm going to bring my hands. So my feet are hip width apart still. Toes nice and spread, feeling good and strong in the feet. Got a good sense of grounding there. Bringing the hands so that the fingers are facing the shoulders. They're just, yeah, they can just touch my shoulders. And then what I like to do is you can tuck your chin under if that feels good, but you don't have to. And I like to push up with the hips, and then I come up fully into the expression. You can play around with the feet here a little bit. Try not to let the knees splay out. Try not to compress the lower back, and then tuck the chin under. Slowly coming down and just staying here for a little bit. Oh, that feels nice. Okay. So I love this posture. I do find it a bit heavy on the wrists. There is a forearm one you can do, which I might do tomorrow. Tomorrow might be quite a longer sequence. For those of you that maybe feel like you do have the strength and you can get up into Chakrasana and you want to learn some variations, I think I'll try and put that into tomorrow's video, so that'll be quite fun to do, I think. One of my favourite postures. Just closing the eyes. Rounding down. Remember being gentle with ourselves if we are doing that posture. Can be quite a hard one to do. I find that one, I've always found that one quite an easy one to do, but it's also very easy to hurt the lower back and compress the lower back. I find things like arm balances and shoulder stands, I find those a lot more challenging. So maybe some of you find those easier, maybe you're completely new. That's fun, just working on some of the hip raises. That is a really great way to kind of prepare the body a bit more for this posture. And again, I've just done a full workout as well, so I am feeling quite warm today. That's not something I just pop into in the morning. Unless I'm in a really humid place and I happen to be doing like an intensive yoga course where I'm doing a lot of yoga every day, then it's surprising how quickly your body can kind of do that sort of posture without much of a warm-up. But right now, autumn in England, and my practice is pretty steady every day, but it's not as long as I'd like it to be. So it takes a bit more of a warm-up. Okay. When you're ready, guys, just gently coming to a seated position. If you have 5 minutes, I would definitely recommend just staying laid down. You can continue to lie down now as I'm talking. It's completely up to you. Give yourselves like a little bit of time to lie down because it's really good to just let the energy settle. I have to go and have an Epsom salt bath now because I promised myself I'd do that if I did my workout. And you've got to reward yourself however works, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this sequence today. It's a little bit longer than yesterday's. Tomorrow might be a bit of a longer one, but like I say, with back bends, I really feel like you do need to have those, more of a warm up to it. And then yeah, the other sequences I have planned are a little bit more kind of gentler, I think, especially for beginners. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank yourselves for giving yourself a bit of time out to come and play on your mat. And I hope to see you tomorrow for my third Yogatober video.
Namaste.
Just don't get too far, and I'll be right.